out of a world where the human anatomy can be operated without the risk of killing a person? How about the Ebola outbreak that is putting our nation on a lifeline? I think a vaccine can be created from virtual reality into the actual reality. Yes, I mean it. Tonight on Tech Nation, we are at the African Center of Excellence in Bioinformatics and Data-Intensive Sciences, housed by IDI in Makerere University. Let's take a deep look of what the team at the African Center of Excellency does. And let's also note, this is the second center in Africa to that of Mali. Join me and we go in details of what the center entails.
I'm a project coordinator for health innovation projects. Basically what I do is that I bridge the gap between the biologists, that means also the doctors, and the technical people. So that's what I basically do.
So that means that your team is quite diverse. Who
Yes.
are the kind of the people you bring on board for your work?
Specifically, the S does several things. It does bioinformatics, which is, I would say, is a marriage between biology at the genetic level with technology. It does data science, which you are aware of, and also does virtual reality. So specifically for virtual reality, what we do is we do have a team of diverse people because of that expertise that it needs. We do have medical doctors, since this is the Infectious Diseases Institute.
Yes.
We do have software programmers. We also do have 3D modelers, people who create 3D models. And then we also have people who write scripts. We also have photographers and video directors. As you can see, even as you're shooting a video, you'd need someone to direct you on where to stand. So a medical doctor doesn't know where to stand, all the proper lighting or anything that, yes. So we need everyone.
Virtual reality is the name given to technology that allows a user to simulate a situation using a VR headset within an interactive but computer-generated environment. The simulation is immersive and may require a use of a special 3D goggles with a screen that provides sensory feedback to help the user learn from experience in this virtual world.
In virtual reality, basically, for example, if you want to discover a vaccine, you need to have a specific target, the virus, the specific protein that you want to target, the virus. So in virtual reality, you can be able to get a 3D model of that protein and then look at the specific site. So when we're in the lab, remember, you can't really see clearly what protein it is and what residues or amino acids are found in it. But then when you put it in virtual reality, you can easily visualize it and see where, like, let's say the elements are, where there's the carbon, where there's the oxygen, where there's the sulfur, you know. So in that sense, you're able to target a specific site on the protein and then be able to create vaccines or discover vaccines that can be able to attack that specific part on the protein. On this structure, if you're trying to compare amino acid to be my target, so you can see that on a certain chain, there are more than on the other one. So if I want to target, like maybe on this particular part, I can be able to visualize it much better and say, okay, if I want to target it, I have to target it from here.
Virtual reality is used in many areas of healthcare in a variety of applications. These include medical training for both doctors in training and students, patient treatment, medical marketing, and educating people about a disease.
COVID-19 really spurred innovation, not only in Africa, not only in Uganda, but all over the world. And for us, during the time of COVID-19, it really woke us up. We did not want medical workers to spend a lot of time sensitizing the public instead of taking care of the patients. So what we thought of content in 3D, where the health workers, we trained them on how to put on the PPE, the gowns, like the gown, how to correctly put on the gloves, and how to correctly wash their hands. So most people, when they're washing their hands, they just they just wash anyhowly, but normally you are supposed to take your time, wash the thumbs, wash in between the fingers and all those kind of things. So we are trying to train health workers on how to correctly wash their hands and correctly put on personal protective equipment. So this that you see is a screen to sort of first show people what they should do before they get into this practical environment. So this environment gives you instructions on the screen, and then you follow the instructions. But if you fail to follow the instructions, you cannot move on to the next step. I'm just going to follow the instructions. The gown is lighting for me to show me that that's what I'm supposed to put on. So I'm just going to put it on. So now I've been able to virtually and correctly put on my personal protective equipment. Again, if I'm very conversant with how to remove my personal protective equipment, I can go ahead and skip this video. Now I need to remove the gown.
Medical students visualize the interior of a human body, thus unveiling otherwise inaccessible areas. For instance, the dissection of cadavers, which was a norm for every new medical student, has given way to the study of human anatomy via VR. Another way VR is being used is filming real-life surgical procedures from multiple angles in high quality and then combined with models of the body site being operated on to allow students to operate in VR, which skills are transferable to the operating room.
This lab is open to anyone, all the students who want to study, to improve their learning, if they want to see the anatomy, software developers who have passion for virtual reality but do not have access to high computing infrastructure. Our main goal is to actually drive African research using technology. Basically, we are open to all types of people, all expertise.
VR should act as a cornerstone of clinical training because it offers benefits to learners, educators, and researchers alike. It also delivers cost-effective, repeatable, and standardized clinical trainings. If you ask me, this is the way to go. We will be right back after the break.